Hello! Magandang hapon, magandang balita, pinakamagandang balita sa lahat ng mga DDS. Pinakamasamang balita para sa lahat ng mga DDH, Duterte haters. Binasura na ng tuluyan ng Supreme Court ang impeachment laban kay Sara Duterte. Ito po yan. Ibig sabihin, iiyak naman sila ni Luistro. Iiyak sila, Trillanes, iiyak. Lahat kayo iiyak. Lahat kayo ng mga anti-DDS iiyak. So paano ngayon yan? Ibig sabihin po, hindi man lamang po, hindi man lamang nilecturean pa kayo ng gusto ng Supreme Court. Hindi man lamang pinansin yung inyong argumento na may maling fact, may pali sa facts, recitation of facts ng Supreme Court. Hindi man lang pinansin, sinasabi niya factual error. So masyado kayong masyado kayong mali. Nakakahiya kayo, nakakahiya. Saan kaya kukuha ng ng makapal na mukha, ha? Lalo na si Lila de Lima, si Trillanes. Oh, pati sila Ma'am Sheila Magno, pati si Flavi Villanueva. O saan kayo kumuha ng makapal na mukha? At ang tinitira nyo lamang ay mga Duterte. Sinisisi nyo sa Duterte ang lahat ng mga problema ng bayan. O, paano na naman ito? Magpapile ba si Trililing? Patay ka na, Trililing. Hindi na mag-successful yung ginagawa mo. Puro gasto sa pera lang, istorbo lang ginagawa mo. Kailanman hindi ka naging maganda sa iyong mga ginagawa mo. At mula pa nung nawalan ako ng gana sa iyo nung panahon na senador ka na, binoto pa kita para manalo sa pagka-senador. Tapos nung senador ka na, nakipag-usap ka pa sikreto sa mga Chinese. Ano ba ibig sabihin nun? Ang ibig sabihin dyan po ay talaga palang binenta mo Pilipinas. Pagkatapos mo kinausap mga Chinese, ano nangyari? Ang nangyari ay doon na, sunod-sunod na, nagkaroon na ng isla ang China sa West Philippines Sea. Ito po, magandang balita. Total, marami-rami na, 100 ang nanonood. At ibalita natin yung balitang nagasigabong na balita. Ito. Iyak naman sila nito, lahat. Iyak si Jinky Luestro. So, ito na po. Entire screen. Window, Chrome. Okay. Sandali lang, i-share screen ko sa inyo. Sandali lang, ha? So anyway, ang problema ko sa sharing system ko ay medyo Chrome tab ng Chrome tab. Ano ba ito? Anyway, kwento lang muna ako. Anyway, nung habang inaayos ko 'tong aking systems ay magkukuwento muna ako. Ano ba itong kuwan na 'to? Magulo. O sige, naguguluhan ako sa sistema ko. So, anyway, ay teka muna, add item. Hu, 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 hu. Hu, 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 hu. Ulitin ko lang muna, sandali lang, sandali. Ba't may 2? How to remove 2? Dali. Ang problema ko lang, ikuha ko lang ha, i-share, i-share, ulitin ko lang muna, reload. Okay, ito na po. Ang maganda siguro i-play ko na lang muna dito at mukhang hindi pa maayos ang aking sharing system. Subukan ko for the last time. O, ito na. Patay kayong lahat. Ito na. Ito po.
DZMM Radyo Patrol Flash Reports.
Okay, Steve.
Yes, denied with finality o binasura ng Supreme Court and Bank ang motion for reconsideration ng House of Representatives na umihiling na gawing valid ang ika-4 na articles of impeachment na isinampa noong nakarataon laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Sa desisyon ng Supreme Court and Bank na may unanimous decision, sinabi ni Supreme Court spokesperson Attorney Camille Sumaiting na pinagtibay ng Korte Suprema ang nauna nitong desisyon noong nakarang taon na nagsasabing labag sa konstitusyon ang ika-4 na articles of impeachment ng Kamara laban sa pangalawang Pangulo dahil sa paglabag sa one-year bar rule. Unang inarchive o itinago ng Senado ang impeachment complaint matapos tanggapin ang interpretasyon ng Korte Suprema. Abangan lamang ang ibang detalye sa DZMM Radyo Patrol 630 at DZMM Teleradyo. Yan ang balitang kumpirmado, sigurado itong Radyo Patrol. Steve Raz, DZMM.
Maraming salamat, Steve Raz.
So wala ka na magagawa niyan ha. Ano na, patay ng inyong pag-asa. Ikaw ang pag-asa. Wala nang pag-asa. O, paano ito ngayon? Na-dismiss. Gusto ko lang ito sagutin yung may tanong dito bago ko ipagpatuloy. Attorney, nagtatanong lang po, sabi ni Cyril Manrique. Wala po ba kayong makikita na nagawang katiwalayaan si BP Sara tulad po ng 125 million confidential fund na naubos? Ito lang po ang tanging sagot ko dyan. Sa totoo lang, hindi ko naman alam na kung binulsa ni Sara o hindi yung 125 million na confidential fund. Pero wala ring ebidensya na binulsa niya. Ang tanging ebidensya lamang nila po na mga umaakusa yung may resibo sinumiti ang opisina ni Sara Duterte na ang pera natatanggap sa mga peking pangalan. Kagaya niyang Mary Grace Piatos. So lahat yan, mga peking pangalan, wala pong tunay na pangalan ng tao dun sa lahat ng resibo na binigay. Ang tanong, dahil ba ganon ginawa ni Sara Duterte, siya ba ay nagkasala ng tinatawag na pagnanakaw sa confidential fund? Hindi po ito fake news, media na ito. Ang nagbalita na mismo Supreme Court. Ay, nakakahiya kayo. Ipakita ko rin ang decision ng Supreme Court. Ito po, Supreme Court of the Philippines. Para mawala ng agam-agam ninyo na balit na kung ipakita ko muna ha. Mamaya ko na-explain kung bakit ha. Pagpatuloy ko i-explain. Pero ipakita ko muna yung website ng Supreme Court na nag-anunsyo na binasura ng Supreme Court ng tuluyan ang impeachment laban kay Sara Duterte. Ayan po ha, nakita niyo ba Supreme Court? Nakita niyo ang logo ng Supreme Court? Ayan, Supreme Court. Basahin natin kung ano, nakalagay press briefer, January 29. Ito, i-download din natin ang PDF file. Para may kopya tayo PDF file. At saka PDF file, i-flash ko sa screen mamaya. So, ito mas magandang PDF file. I-flash ko sa screen. Ito na lang ang PDF file i-flash ko. Basahin yung ang decision ng Supreme Court. Ito po. Yehey! Palakpakan mga DDS! Mabuhay mga DDS! Ayan na. Panalo na mga DDS! Ayan. Decision po yan ng Supreme Court. Palaki-lakihin natin para mabasa nyo lahat. Office of the Spokesperson. January 29, 2026. Nakita nyo yan? Hindi fake news yan ha? Okay. Ngayon, sinabi dito, by a unanimous vote. Ibig sabihin, lahat bumoto pabor kay Sara. Of all those participating, the Supreme Court en banc denied with finality the motion for reconsideration filed by the House of Representatives, which sought to reverse the court's July 25, 2025 decision that declared the articles of impeachment against Vice President Sara Z. Duterte unconstitutional. It affirmed that the fourth impeachment complaint transmitted to the Senate on February 5, 2025 was already barred by Article 11, Section 3, Subsection 5 of the Constitution. Associate Justice Alfredo Benjamin Caguiwa took no part. Associate Justice Maria Filomena Singh was on leave. The court clarified the following points. First, the first three impeachment complaints filed in accordance with the first mode of initiating an impeachment, that is Article 11, Section 3, Subsection 2, were not placed in the order of business within the required 10 session days. Session days as used in Article 11, Section 3, Subsection 2 or for purposes of the first mode of initiating an impeachment complaint does not mean legislative session days. A session day for purposes of Article 11 in the Constitution was given its plain and ordinary sense, which the court interprets to mean a calendar day in which the House of Representatives holds session. Naku, gusto ko mag-stay muna dito. Ito, nabasa nyo na? Paul Hincho Rosete, mabuhay ka, Dr. Toto, sa pinagsasabi mo sa katotohanan. Sabi ni Ara Sausa, good afternoon, attorney, protect and guide you always. Tapos si Jenny Ferabueva, Jennifer Abueva, Cyril Manrique, Confipans nga hindi yan pwede ibulgar. Bakit hindi mo itanong bakit nasaan ang trilyon ni BBM? Berge Piquero, dead on arrival. Tama, Marilyn Bondak. Take care always, Sir Toto. K3 Arrow, ang laki ng Pinas. Yung 125, kukunti lang yan. Baka ng isang araw ay pwede na maubos yan. Marilyn Bondak. Tapos sabi ni IC3RO, fake news daw ka, Toto, kahit marami ng media nagbalita. Ingot talaga yung mga pinklawan at loyalista. Ingot nga. Tapos Cyril Manrique, attorney, nagtatanong lang po, wala po ba kayong nakikita na, mamaya paliwanag ko ha. Mama Rail, maayong hapon, attorney. Tiloy Seba, magaling ka magpaliwanag, kabayan, Toto. Okay, tapos K3RO, sa ombudsman na sila kakapit, Katuto, lolo, si Trillanes, kaya sandamakmak na kaso sinampa ni Trililing. Ni isa dyan, walang magtatagumpay. Gray Mix Vlogs, watching from Edinburgh, Scotland. Tapos Argo, host, ang ganda ng discussion mo sa RPC, Article 118, napanood ko kanina. Maraming salamat. Argo, correct host. Tapos Gray Mix Blood. Tapos Max Maghuyop, good news, Dr. Toto. Junalyn Becerra, mag-file na naman daw si Trililing. Merdian Distrita, attorney, nasa probinsya po ba kayo? Oo, nasa Mindanao ako ngayon. Helen Bagyo, hello po. Tapos, sino pong iba? Si Ara Sausa, good afternoon, attorney, protect and God protect you. Sabi, Miss Daisy, so elated. Mel and SJ, yehey, mabuhay. Tapos, Conrado Alipio, mayap agat panapon, mayap at gapat panapon, mga kabalen, naimbag na malim, mga kabsat. Okay, Helen Bagyo, nagkatotoo na naman ang birthday wish ni Cara did. Namatay si si James Menes. Nagkatotoo ba? Sino pang iba? Ang hindi ko nabasa. Okay, may ako magbasa. Okay. Diretso muna tayo. Basahin ko muna yung decision sa Supreme Court. Naputol ako doon. Ito lang dito sa unang decision ng Supreme Court, sinabi na Supreme Court na ang session days, kapag nagsalita sila ng session days, dapat yun yung araw na may session ang House of Representatives. Pero binanggit para pagdating po sa impeachment, sinabi po ng Supreme Court, hindi po yan. Ang dapat pagbilang ng session days ay yung isang araw sa kalendaryo, kung anong araw sa kalendaryo. Hindi yung araw na mayroong session ang House. Okay? So sabi ng Supreme Court, session days as used in Article 11, Section 3, Subsection 2, or for purposes of the first mode of initiating an impeachment complaint does not mean legislative session days. A session day for purposes of Article 11 of the Constitution was given its plain or ordinary sense, which the court interprets to mean a calendar day in which the House of Representatives holds a session. Okay? Second, the court reiterated Gutierrez versus House of Representatives. However, it further elaborated that an impeachment complaint filed in accordance with the first mode of impeachment, Article 11, Section 3, Subsection 2, is deemed initiated for purposes of the one-year bar in Article 11, Section 3, when, kung, number 1, it is a properly verified and endorsed impeachment complaint, is referred to the Committee on Justice. So kung ma-refer sa Committee on Justice, kakagad umpisa na pagbilang ng one-year bar. B, a properly verified and endorsed impeachment complaint is not placed in the order of business at the House of Representatives within 10 session days or referred to the Committee on Justice after it has been put in the order of business. So, ibig sabihin, kapag hindi gumalaw ang House of Representatives at lumampas ng 10 araw, automatic na mag-bar na ang impeachment complaint. Sa kasunod, hindi na pwedeng makasampa ng iba pang impeachment complaint. Next, an articles of impeachment are transmitted to the Senate. Tinransmit ka sa Senate before the House of Representatives adjourns in G. This means that the initiation of an impeachment complaint must occur during the term of Congress. Naku, magaling ito. Papaliwanag ko lang later on. Third, the court affirmed the power of the House of Representatives to promulgate its own rules of impeachment. However, it clarified that Section 2 of the House rules, as it is currently worded, requires the referral to the Committee on Justice even when filed through the second mode. The second mode is provided in Article 11, Section 3, Subsection 4 of the Constitution, where the endorsement of at least one-third of the members of the House of Representatives would be sufficient to transmit the articles of impeachment. In view of the current wording of Section 2 of the Rules on Impeachment, as drafted and promulgated by the House of Representatives in the 19th and 20th Congress, the House may optionally, upon its own prerogative, refer an impeachment complaint already endorsed by at least one-third of all its members to the Committee on Justice only for the following purposes. A. Number one, to ensure that the endorsement of the members of the House is verified. Number two, to confirm that the evidence supporting the grounds in the impeachment exists and that every member of the House has been given a copy of the complaint as well as the evidence supporting it. And number three, to respect the committee's prerogative to consolidate different formulations of the complaint, if any, so that only one complaint is endorsed to the plenary for transmittal to the Senate. The court observed that there is a fundamental difference between the first, second, and second modes of initiating impeachment complaints. Thus, Article 11, Section 3, Subsection 2 and 3 cover the first mode of initiating an impeachment complaint. Article 11, Section 3, Subsection 4 covers the second mode of initiating an impeachment complaint. In the first mode, as contemplated under Subsection 2 and 3, impeachment is initiated through the regular and deliberative process in the House of Representatives. A verified complaint may be filed either by a member of the House or by a private citizen with the endorsement of a member. Upon filing, the complaint is referred to the House Committee on Justice, which evaluates its sufficiency in form and substance and conducts the appropriate hearing. Only after favorable committee action does the impeachment process proceed further. This mode therefore emphasizes institutional screening and committee review. By contrast, subsection 4 introduces an alternative and more direct mechanism for initiating impeachment. Under this provision, a verified complaint or resolution of impeachment signed by at least one-third of all members of the House of Representatives immediately initiates impeachment proceedings. These provisions reflect a deliberate constitutional design. Subsections 2 and 3 provide a structured and committee-directed approach, while subsection 4 allows a streamlined initiation when a sufficient level of consensus already exists. Fourth, the court affirmed that due process of law applies to the impeachment process. It stated that the phrase right to life, liberty, or property should not be read with undue literalism. It must be accorded reasonable flexibility to achieve its intent of protecting inherent and inalienable rights that could not have been exclusively articulated at the time of its framing. The due process clause embodies the fundamental constitutional commitment to reasonableness, fairness, and non-arbitrariness. It envisions that we cannot have a true democratic and republican representative state that is arbitrary and unfair. However, due process as it applies to the impeachment process is sui generis, or a class of its own. Full-blown trial happens at the Senate. At least for a second mode of initiating an impeachment complaint, it only requires 1. The grounds invoked in the complaint or resolution are those contained in Article 11, Section 2 of the Constitution. 2. The procedure is governed by the rules of impeachment promulgated by the House of Representatives prior to any filing of any impeachment complaint. 3. As already provided by the current House rules on impeachment, all endorsing members should have been given a copy of the complaint and all its supporting evidence. The court also noted that the transmittal of the articles of impeachment should be done in a plenary session of the House of Representatives, providing all the members of the House of Representatives with full copies of the complaint and its accompanying evidence mentioned in Rule 4, Section 14 of the House Rules of Impeachment. Transmittal to the Senate, however, requires only a vote of one-third of the members for the first mode of initiating a complaint, or proof of the endorsement of a complaint by one-third of its members for the second mode. Fifth, the operative fact doctrine cannot be invoked by the party directly responsible in the commission of an unconstitutional act. Thus, it does not apply in this case. Finally, the court noted all the motions for intervention and pleadings filed by individuals who were not parties to the case. The resolution is immediately executory upon digital service on all parties in accordance with AM number 250516 EC or the guidelines in the transition to electronic filing in the Supreme Court. No further pleadings will be allowed. The resolutions on the motion for reconsideration and the separate opinions are being uploaded and served on the parties. So there you are. Paano yan? Paano yan? Paano yan? Wala na. Patay na naman sila. Magbabasa ako ha. Okay, magbasa tayo. Si Soboyri Celesio Vlogs. Pa-shout out idol from Davao. Oh, maayong hapon diha sa Davao. Bisag asa pa mo. Bisag naa mo sa Diwalwal. Sa City, sa Oriental, sa Occidental, sa Del Norte, Del Sur, sa akong tiyo sa Del Sur, nga si Emmanuel Mawi Kausing. Sa Digos, punta ka kay Mr. Bongo. Kung sino man ang tao dyan para magpagamot ka ng iyong prostate. Rinig Garban, magaling ka sir, walang biro at straight to the point. Ang paliwanag mo, mabuhay ka sir. Jens Ramirez, good PM Katoto, illness is prep in case 2028. Preparatory. Okay. Joaquin, does it mean, attorney, that another possible impeachment complaint can be filed? I don't think so. Ipaliwanag ko later. Upo na Sara, upo na, dali na, upo na, upo na. Jenny, faktay tayo dyan. Zoltan, watching from Rome, Italy. So, Andre Guico, watching from Singapore. Maya pagpanapon, Andre Guico. Jenny, mabuhay kaming mga OFW. Grace Culiante, si Trililing, walang trabaho pero panay punta sa Europe. US tapos tumakbo pa siya. 2025 election, saan kaya nanggaling milyones niya? Kay Lisa Aranita po nanggaling ang pera niya. Mil Babakbak, good morning attorney, watching you here in Europe. But from Cordillera, love hearing all your blogs. Keep going, we support you. Salamat. Salamat sa mga taga Cordillera. Vicky Mansion, good afternoon, Toto Tirador. Miss Daisy, crying time again. Oh, it's crying time again. You're gonna leave me. I can see you far away. Look in your eyes. Crying time again na sila. Nikki Quezon, sobrang galit yung mga sumusunod. Makabayan, makakaliwa. Group, lahat. Yun mga bayan, dilaw na pula. So mga Duterte dahil tinamaan yung mga makabayan sa NTF, LCAC, ni FPRRD. Joseph Franz Guzman, Ginoong Berteni, Toto Catalunya Kausing, notify sa tuluyang pagbabasura ng kataas-taasang hukuman sa ikapat na kasong mataas na krimen kay Sara Zimmerman Duterte na pangalawang Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas ay tila ang diwa ng batas ang nangingibabaw kaysa sa titik ng batas. Ang galing mo manalita. Talagang makata ka. Ano kaya ang susunod na gagawin ng kapulungan ng mga katiwa? Kapulungan ng mga kinatawan o kapulungan ng mga kabatan? Okay. Salamat sa senior mo na malatula ng mga salita. So, Bergie Piquero, 150 million kaya nagpirma ang mga Tongres. Nikki Quezon, Marcos Jr., hindi kaya masolve yung inflation? Sobrang pahirap na sa amin, mahirap. Nabs Vlog, nakakasakitin sila lahat ng mga nanggigipit sa mga Duterte. Katulad ng nangyari kay PBBM, mga istorbo sa pagunlad ng bayan. Tess Ostendorfi, bakit hindi ka nagsinador? Senador, magaling ka naman sa abogado. Sa sunod po, subukan natin tumakbo tayo. Brilla Hainos, maayong hapon sa Mindanao. Wilbert Miralles, yari na sila. Risa at Tulpo, pasok na. Remulla. Ruel Rosario, pa-shout out dito sa Isabela, sir. O Isabela, mayap ang naimbag ang manim sa mga kabsat ko sa Isabela province. Si Abdul Khair Sarip. Assalamualaikum inshallah Abdul Khair Sarip. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh sa mga kapatid ko sa pagari ko ng mga Muslim sisi. Nobs Vlogs, shout out sa mga taga-Takurong, Sultan Kudarat, Baulin, kalamo si Takurong ha. Maayong hapon sa inyo tanan. Labi na sa Marbel. Kung di na ako naghalin sa Surala, Tantangan, ang mga kababayan, mga kamag-anak ko dyan sa barangay nyo, kuya po. Mga pamilya Centeno, yung mga Ilocano. Yan, mga kamag-anak ko yun. So, Don Wesley Aceras La Chica, maayong hapon sa taga Baldostamon, dira. O, Don. Maayong hapon. Joseph Franz Guzman, Berteri Catalina Kasing. Okay. Kasong mataas na krimen laban kay PBBM, pareho din po ang sasapitin. Katulad ng port impeachment. Ay, walang boto eh. Jens Ramirez, sa 2020 attorney, mabentang hospital at doktor. Okay. Injula Kuna, like. Virginia Perey. Tapos, good morning po. Okay, yan na po ang ating balita, no? So, humiling lang ako ng like para naman ma-inspire tayo at i-share nyo kung sa mga kaibigan nyo at paki-invite naman sila na sumali doon sa ating channel para dadami tayo at meron na akong pag-asa na mananalo sa pagkasenador kung mag 10 million, di ba? Pero hindi natin masabi. Pero kung walang pera, sorry. Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Shouting here from Mindanao. Hindi ko lang sabihin kung saan ako sa Mindanao.